Hello and thanks for joining me. My name is Sam with the FAVES team, coming at you with more tips on how to use the FAVES Pro app. Today we're going to talk about the budget tool and how it can help you become a more efficient and successful buyer. So let's go ahead and take a look. To access the budget tool, you're going to go to your menu bar and hit budget right here, and you can see the budget pulls up. You see all of our categories here. And you can see here in the top left, we have SS22 selected or spring summer 22. You can toggle between them here. There's fall winter 22. You can go a step further and hit plus right here. And let's say you want to budget by month. So I'm going to type in January, hit save. There we go. And you can now budget by month rather than season. For our purposes, we're just going to stick with SS22. So I'm going to delete this, hit delete, and there we go. Now, before we get started setting up the budget, there are a couple things that you should do. And first off, you really need to have a good idea of what your budget is. The FAVES budgeting tool is a great way to manage and track a budget that you have set for yourself, but you need to know what that budget is before we can help you track it. And then secondly, it's a good idea to make sure that your categories are set up the way you want them in FAVES before you set the budgets. And you can see that I have categories here: outerwear, tops, bottoms. You can also set these up. These are our standard categories, but you can set these up to custom categories that better suit your business. Your categories can be as unique as you are. So it's just a good idea to make sure you have them set up. It's going to save you time in the long run. Okay, we're ready. Let's get started. To start, we're going to set an overall budget, and we're going to use a nice round figure of $10,000. So type in 10,000 and hit save. And you can see right here, our budget is $10,000. Just below that, you'll see we've spent zero because we haven't put any products in yet. And right to the side of it, you see 0% spent. I'm scrolling down, we're going to look at total category budgets as zero. And that's because we haven't broken down that $10,000 across all of our budgets yet. So we're going to go in and start here with outerwear, and we're going to set a budget of $1,000. Oops, 1,000. There we go. Hit save. And we're going to have to do this with all of our categories here. So we're going to go into tops, and we're going to set a budget of $500. Save. And coming down to bottoms, let's say $1,500 for bottoms. And like I said, we're just going to want to go through all of the budgets and do all of the categories and do this. And then ideally at the bottom, what you're going to see is you're going to have the same number at the bottom and the top. So total categories should be the same as your overall budget. If you have $3,000 in total category budgets and $10,000 in your overall budget, then you've got $7,000 left over to spend. On the flip side, if you have $13,000 in your total category budgets, that means that you've over budgeted by $3,000. So you need to make some changes. Let's go over here to fall winter 21. I'm going to show you how this is going to look like when it's all played out. So you can see I set a budget of $16,500. We actually spent $18,174.82. So we spent 110% of this budget. And we can scroll down here and see exactly what happened. So if we look at outerwear, we can see we were $600 over budget. Tops, we were more than $400 over budget. Bottoms, we were more than $1,600 over budget. So if you're in a buying situation, this is a great way to be able to go and just really quickly look and see where you're at in your buying strategy. Make sure you're not overbuying or underspending in certain categories. You can even go a little bit further. So if we're looking at bottoms right here and we go over here and click spent, then it's going to open up and it's going to show us all of the subcategories. So for jeans, shorts, leggings, it shows exactly what we spent in each of those subcategories under bottoms. So again, helps you stay on track of your spending and your budgeting. And remember, this is being fed with live updates. So as you're shopping and adding all of these products, they're being deducted from the appropriate category budgets. So you can look at a moment's notice and know exactly how much you have left to spend in any category. And this is going to help you prevent overspending, which in turn is going to save you a ton of stress. Lastly, I'll show you the reports here in the top right. It takes a second to load, but you'll see here in just a moment, it's going to pull up a report. Here it is right here. And you can see all of our categories down on the left side here. It's broken down by month. And so you can look here in April if we're looking at bottoms and leggings. And I'm going to scroll over and I'm actually going to scroll back up so you can see right up here the headers. And in leggings, we had $212 cost ordered and $504 retail. And then in the top right, you'll see right here there's an export option. This will give you the option to export all of this data. It goes directly to your email, and then it will give you an option that's a file that you can convert to either Excel or Sheets, whatever you're using to do your budgeting and forecasting. Well, there you have it. I hope this has been informational and useful for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you next time.